Andrew Basiago, president of the Society for the Study of the Anomalies of Mars in Washington, said that NASA is hiding information about life found on Mars and is a threat to this planet. Basiago's words are based on rover photographs of the surface of Mars. According to the scientist, dwellings are clearly visible on them, as well as 5 types of humanoids and many species of animals that live or once lived on Earth. Andrew Basiago is sure that in ancient times there was a civilization on Mars, similar to the ancient Egyptian one. About 11,500 years ago, the entire solar system experienced a cosmic catastrophe that destroyed Atlantis on Earth, and most of all, life on Mars. Now the ecosystem of Mars is gradually recovering, and any alien impact will be detrimental to it. The scientist calls on the leading space powers of the world to urgently stop exploring the surface of Mars. NASA scientists have presented compelling evidence that there is life on Mars. Samples taken by the Opportunity and Spirit probes indicate the presence on the planet of substances that are the building blocks of any living matter. Scientists were especially pleased with the discovery of gypsum, which, as it turned out recently, is found in large quantities among the fossils of the Mediterranean, and being sulfate, indicates that there is water on the planet and therefore life. Bill Schopf of the University of California, Los Angeles expects to find traces of life in the deposits of Martian gypsum. What's more, said Dr. Steve Squires of Cornell University, the presence of methane in the red planet's atmosphere suggests that life still exists on Mars today. To finally resolve this issue, it is necessary to quickly deliver samples of Martian soil to Earth. The information received turned out to be so promising that experts have already planned several new expeditions to Mars. The unusual shape of the object was captured by the NASA rover. In the published pictures, you can see a formation resembling a wooden board. According to astronomy professor Jim Bell of Cornell University and his colleagues, the mysterious structure, which has already generated much controversy, is just a piece of rock that could have been displaced, for example, as a result of a nearby meteorite falling. Photographed at a certain angle, the object looked like an artificially created object, scientists believe. Sensational news spread around the internet on Mars. A cross and a grave were discovered. The object found in the picture is nothing more than a wooden cross, and the slab under it is a grave. In addition, this is far from the first cross discovered on the surface of Mars during the years of studying images sent by rovers. What they did not find on the surface of Mars during the study by rovers, they found a wooden board, an iguana, mysterious fibers, and so on. But scientists have not yet encountered anything like it. The Opportunity rover, which stayed in the same place for 2 days in a row and sent photos to the control center, surprised observers very much. The thing is that in the picture of the 3,536th day of the rover's stay on the surface of the red planet, the stone is not visible. But in the next picture, related to the 3,537th day, it miraculously appears in the place where nothing was there a day ago was. Experts say that it cannot be a meteorite since one of the parts of the stone has Martian dust. At the same time, the interior is painted black for some unknown reason, which may indicate a coal meteorite. This finding has puzzled scientists from NASA. New data from the Opportunity rover confirms that the water on Mars is habitable. It is a question of a find made in Endeavour crater by the Opportunity rover. It was published in the scientific journal Science. In particular, it is said that water suitable for biological life was found in the Endeavour crater, which is located on the very equator of Mars. A little earlier, the Curiosity rover already gave similar data on water on Mars, which was fresh and had an acid-neutral environment, which theoretically could provoke the origin and development of life on the planet, as well as its maintenance. Humanity will make contact with aliens in the next 2 decades. Thus, by 2040, representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations will no longer be considered an invention of science fiction writers for most Earthlings. Such a statement at Stanford University was made by Seth Szostak, an employee of the SETI Research Agency, designed to find a signal from representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations. Szostak stated that every fifth observed star has at least one planet on which conditions are similar to those we have on Earth, which means that only in our Milky Way galaxy there can be tens of billions of planets similar to our home planet. For this reason, if at least one of these many billions of planets has a civilization whose level of development is the same as that of mankind, then they will be able to detect the signals sent by SETI radio telescopes into outer space and make contact. The astronomer came to such conclusions by studying the data obtained by the Kepler telescope, which was sent into Earth's orbit in 2009. His goal was to find planets like ours outside the solar system. During the time that the telescope is in orbit, scientists have received a lot of information confirming the existence of terrestrial-type planets outside the solar system, on which conditions are similar to those on Earth, which means that life can arise on them. On May 7th, 2022, the Curiosity camera captured on Mars indisputable evidence of the existence of intelligent life there, an unusual opening in the rock. Obviously, this door leads to underground tunnels. Now it is clear why we still have not met the Martians. They live in the bowels of the planet, rising up only occasionally. Take a look at these mysterious objects photographed by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. What do you think it is? Giant slugs crawling on the surface of the red planet. NASA's Opportunity rover has discovered strange round pebbles on the surface of the red planet. They had a specific dark blue color due to the high iron content and an unusual, very regular spherical shape. Where perfectly round stones rich in hematite appeared on Mars, scientists still cannot understand. On Earth, these are formed due to the wind and water that grind them. This question still remains unanswered. Scientists from a Japanese university have learned that it is snowing at the south pole of Mars. They came to such results after receiving data from the landing modules, which recorded a sharp fluctuation in pressure on the planet. Snowfalls on Mars are certainly different from what we are used to seeing on our planet, but it's still snowing on Mars. I wonder how soon a person will be able to personally observe the snowfalls on Mars. Would you like to meet the Martian and ski down the steep, snowy slopes from the giant Mount Olympus on Mars with him? Write in the comments. It will be very interesting to read. Write what you think about it. Thanks for being with me.